from the CBS Bay Area studios, this is KPIX5 News.
Right now in KPIX5 and streaming on CBSN Bay Area, shots ringing out across the Bay Area this weekend. A deadly shooting shuts down a highway in Contra Costa County. This morning, the search is on for a suspect. And shots fired in the South Bay. Police are describing it as two separate shootings, the details that we know right now. Plus, the latest on a deadly shooting in San Rafael, the sprawling crime scene and what police believe connects the victims. And a busy night for first responders in the South Bay after two nasty crashes overnight. We'll have details on both. Good morning. It is Sunday, July 25th. I'm Devin Feely. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's start with a quick check of our weather with meteorologist Darren Pack.
It's going to be a little cooler today, especially for those locations that are inland. Daytime highs today for much of the inland parts of the Bay Area, only going to the upper 80s today. It was low 90s yesterday, so it's about a 3 or 4 degree drop thanks to a strong enough onshore flow. We'll see temperatures in the Bay stay in the upper 60s. It's cloudy out there now, especially with a deck of mid-level clouds passing through, but we'll burn the marine layer back to the coast by the time we get into the afternoon, and these are the daytime highs. 87 Concord, 79 San Jose, 80 in Santa Rosa. Devin, back over to you.
And new this morning, two nasty crashes in the South Bay overnight. Check out this video we got into our newsroom a short time ago. The first crash occurred just after midnight in Los Altos. Witnesses say it appears that one of the cars was driving the wrong way on southbound 280 when it collided head-on with a truck. Two victims were pulled from their cars. No word on their condition this morning. Now, the second in Milpitas just 2 hours ago. Witnesses say that one car was involved in a rollover accident on southbound 680. Two people seem to have been ejected from that car. They were treated on the scene. Their injuries remain unknown, and there is no word on how that accident happened. New this morning, San Jose police are investigating two separate shootings. They both occurred late last night. The first shooting happened on Biscayne Way just before 9 o'clock. Police say that there was one victim there with life-threatening injuries. The second shooting happened near Lucretia Avenue and Phelan Avenue a little after 9 o'clock last night. The victim involved sustained non-life-threatening injuries. Police say that there is no suspect or motive information at this time and maintain that those two shootings are not related. We'll bring you updates on these incidents once we get them. Developing this morning, an investigation is underway in Contra Costa County after a shooting on Highway 4 left one person dead last night. It happened just after 6:30 p.m. in Concord along the westbound lanes near the Port Chicago Highway off-ramp. Here's video of the aftermath. The windows were shot out of a black Toyota Camry that crashed into the metal guardrail. A child seat was spotted inside that car, but it's not clear if there was actually a child traveling in the car during the shooting. We know that one of the victims died, another was wounded. The suspect is still at large, and the CHP shut down all westbound lanes of Highway 4 last night to collect evidence. That closure, as you might imagine, created this massive backup that stretched for miles. The highway did reopen just after midnight. We have some developing news this morning. A deadly shooting rocked a quiet North Bay city. A man opened fire less than 2 blocks away from a San Rafael nightclub Friday night. 2 people were killed. 4 others were hurt. KPIX5's Lynn spoke to the nightclub owner and a witness who say the shooting was like a scene out of a movie. He gave us a look at the damage that was left behind.
A witness tells me a gunman fired his automatic rifle from across the street. And check out the bullet holes. It's all over this parking garage, from concrete pillars to doorways to these glass storefronts.
My friends and I were just returning from a pub crawl. We were celebrating a birthday and heard the noises and took a few more steps forward and looked over and saw a man holding a AK-47 style weapon. He was holding it at about hip level.
This witness says the gunman fired indiscriminately at people inside the parking garage. He and 8 friends ran into a building to hide.
It was rather jarring. I mean, we were a couple beers deep, and so the emotions kind of came later. When the adrenaline wears off, the horror of the situation sets in.
San Rafael police say multiple victims drove away in different cars. Someone dropped off a man at Marin Health Medical Center. Investigators say the 27-year-old Fairfield man died from his gunshot wounds. Police also found this car with 2 gunshot victims. They say a 24-year-old Stockton man died at the scene. Police say in total, the gunfire killed 2 and injured 4, including a homeless man who was sleeping near the garage.
Definitely an isolated incident for San Rafael. There's no threat threat to the public safety.
The shooting happened around 10:30 Friday night. Police say aside from the homeless man, the other victims either attended or were going to George's nightclub for a rap concert. The club is less than 2 blocks away from the parking garage. No fights, no arguments inside?
No fights, no arguments. And then we were like 250 people inside.
The club owner says they have nothing to do with the shooting, and they can't control who comes to the club. She says the police order them to stop booking any more rap concerts.
I cannot do these events anymore, not a hip-hop events. They told me clearly, this is not Vallejo in Oakland. That hurt me so bad too when they say that.
The big question is why, what led to the shooting. Police don't have a motive, and they're still looking for the gunman. In San Rafael, I'm Da Lin, KPIX 5.
On the fire watch this morning, the wind-whipped flames of the Dixie Fire forced firefighters to retreat to safety. That towering blaze jumped from treetop to treetop and roared into Plumas County near the community of Indian Falls, burning homes and forcing residents to flee. The massive 181,000-acre blaze is now just 20% contained and threatening thousands of homes. The fire has now surpassed the acreage burned in the deadly 2018 Camp Fire. The burn scar is just to the south of the Dixie Fire.
It was raining ash. It was dark skies. Everyone kind of had this worried, ominous feeling, you know. You could tell there was panic.
Going directly right in the direction of our house. Out of all the things that I think I'd be upset about is those family pictures. I have a picture of my sister and I with my grandma.
Now, meantime, another blaze just a few miles from the Dixie Fire is marching towards several communities in Plumas County. The so-called Fly Fire has grown to around 2,800 acres. It is just 5% contained. And in Nevada, thick forest land is a tinderbox feeding the 65,000-acre Tamarack Fire. That fire is just 4% contained, but fire crews are gaining some ground on the flames in the Highway 395 corridor. Taking a live look at Oakland this morning, right now 1 million Alameda County residents are fully vaccinated, and health officials are scrambling to convince those who are hesitant to actually get a shot. KPIX5's John Ramos gives us a look at the widespread push for vaccinations in the East Bay this weekend.
When the vaccines first became available, they opened huge mega sites that could vaccinate hundreds, even thousands of people per day. But that was the low-hanging fruit. And today, the struggle against COVID-19 is being waged one person at a time. The fight against the coronavirus is now being waged neighborhood by neighborhood, like at this small pop-up event in Hayward's Cherryland district.
Those big mega centers started dwindling in numbers, so now it's really going to those hard-to-reach communities and going out where they're at, right? Not expecting them to come to us.
A community group called La Familia offered free groceries and ice cream to entice people to get the vaccine. But it was the news that cases are again on the rise because of the Delta variant that convinced Mama Hemo to drive over from Tracy to get her first shot.
I just don't want to take it. But because of the second virus coming, I'm kind of scared, so that's why I'm here.
This morning, the Oakland Zoo offered free family passes for anyone getting vaccinated, but only about 20 people took them up on the offer, including La Countess Rollins. She says she had to ignore a lot of scary rumors circulating out on the streets.
It's not for colored people, people getting blood clots and this and that.
That's the kind of stuff you've been hearing?
Yeah, all negative stuff about it.
They hear the same things in Antioch, Contra Costa's least vaccinated city. So they held a vax clinic at the local Boys and Girls Club today, and volunteer Terry Pierce was able to talk a reluctant man named Greg into getting his shot, which drew a round of applause from the crowd.
It's serious, so, you know, you got to take precaution.
You were reluctant, though?
Yeah, I was, at first.
Why?
I heard stories, standing around here, so I decided to do it.
But I told him I hung a TV up in my backyard, and if he wasn't vaccinated, he couldn't watch football. So he went ahead and got it done.
Free food, free passes, peer pressure, whatever it takes to get people vaccinated. Volunteers say misinformation and the Delta variant are prolonging the life of a pandemic that has ended the lives of far too many. In East Bay, John Ramos, KPIX 5.
This morning, a 25-year-old man is facing hate crime charges in connection with an assault on an elderly Asian man at a Hayward gas station. Now, witnesses say that the suspect asked the victim if he was Asian, then slapped the man across the face. This happened back on July 5th on Hesperian Boulevard. 25-year-old Salvador Dominguez Jr. is facing charges of assault and inciting a fight. When police arrived, both the victim and the suspect had already left the gas station, but a social media post with a photo of the suspect's license plate was given to police. Police say without the community's involvement, the case probably wouldn't have ever been solved. Happening today, the Oakland Asian Cultural Center holds what it describes as a soft reopening, welcoming visitors back to its facility. Several Asian chefs based in the Bay Area will speak at an event called Food Line, mapping our diaspora from culture to conversation.